As you know, CSGO is a competitive game and FPS here matters a lot. And today I'm gonna show you how to game that FPS. In this video we will talk about how to optimize your game, CSGO, and then we're gonna talk about optimizing your system. So let's start with the basics. Resolution. You want to have the lowest resolution that you can play with comfort. Because if you pick the lowest resolution possible, that's bad for your eyes, I guess. I don't know, but with this resolution I can't see anyone, like anyone. So that's not worth it. Okay? Don't do that. Test it out, test different resolutions, pick what's best for you, you know, and move on. But if your PC can handle native resolution, then I guess that's the best option for you, because that gives you the beautiful image of our favorite game, you know, and why the fuck not? And let me tell you that, not that long time ago, I had a crappy PC, and I tried different resolutions, I tried every one of them, okay? I played with every one of them for a decent amount of time, and in my opinion, there is no advantage to play on low resolution. There is no advantage to play on a high resolution. There is only FPS difference, and of course difference in appearance of the game. So don't go and copy the resolution of your favorite pro player, because that's only the preference, their preference. They play with it because they used to it. That's all, no magic. Now about what's left here, really quick. Okay, shadow quality. You want that on high, because in some cases it gives you a little bit of advantage. You can see shadow of your enemy before he comes out from the corner. So I don't recommend it to put it on low. Of course, if you need that couple of FPS, then okay, go for it. Just beware that you will lose that little advantage that you have over your enemy, and this only can cost you a round, a game, a life. Yeah, just beware of that and, you know, decide. Models, effects and shaders. Put everything on low. Of course you will lose some quality, but in this case, it's worth it. Multi-core rendering. You want to be that enabled. Of course, if you have multi-core CPU. If you don't have it, then why? Anti-aliasing. You know, put this on none, okay? If you will enable this, it will decrease your FPS drastically, so don't. Filtering. I put this on 16 because it improves quality while not decreasing my FPS at all. FXAA anti-aliasing. This setting can decrease your FPS a little bit, but I like it to be enabled, because it gives you more smooth graphics. Some people like it, some people don't, so try it out and decide yourself. Vertical sync and motion blur. Both disabled. Why? Because, trust me, disable both of these and move on. Let's move to the next one. Hey! Now you wanna go here into your Steam library, click on the Counter-Strike Global Offensive with your second mouse button, go to the properties, set options, and here all you need for the comfortable game. Novid, force preload 1, and tickrate 128. If you want to create local server with a 46 tickrate, put it 46. I need 128. Also, if you have high frequency monitor, which I don't, put your frequency with this command, and that's all. So now let's talk about your config. So I found these commands to be really useful with my FPS drops, you know, stuttering. I'll put them down below so you can find them there. Every single one of them is a must-have. Just beware that the last one will disable your first-person tracers while you're shooting, you know? Personally, I found this tracers distracting. It does not help you to control your spray, because it's completely random, so I like it to be disabled, and you know, that's just my preference. Now the most interesting part, system optimization. Woohoo! Fuck me! First things first, you want to look up if there is new updates on your drivers. And not just video drivers, but audio drivers, motherboard drivers, all these drivers. Because if you use outdated drivers, they can easily fuck up your FPS in all games. Now don't ever use system optimization programs. These are bad for your computer. They can decrease FPS in your games. They can fuck up your whole system, and they just not worth it, okay? All they do can be done in much safer and official way. Same goes to the game boosters and memory optimizers. Windows does a pretty decent job at optimizing your memory, so you don't need any other software to do that. And what about those game boosters? They just disables unnecessary processes that running in the background. That's all they does. That's all. That's the boost for you. To do that by yourself, go to the taskbar and look up for the processes that you don't need and disable them. That's all. That's the boost for you. Just don't touch, system labeled processes. You need them, obviously. Also, your startup. Clean it up from the programs that you don't use. Congratulations, now you're a legit game booster. Let's move on. You want to clean up your disk? Then go to the screen where your disks are, click on one of them that you want to clean up, Go to the properties, and here you have it. Disk cleanup. Pick here what you want to disappear, and then click OK and be happy. Now about registry cleanup. You don't need to clean it, okay? It does nothing to your performance, it does nothing to your system. But if you can't live without it, if you need to clean it, like oh my god, then try this program. It's well known for, its safety, I guess, and it's mostly free. If you want totally free software, then you might want to try System Ninja. It's exactly the same program, but without that, sleek interface. Now about tweaking your system. The most helpful tweaks for performance are disabling your Xbox DVR if you're on Windows 10. I will put the link into the description on how to do that, because it will take a lot of time to, show it. And now about your system visual effects. To find them, you need to go to your system screen. Here click the Advanced System Settings, and here you need to pick Adjust for Best Performance. This setting, when I played on crappy PC, this setting does nothing to my performance in game. But it really improves my performance, my system performance, So if your system works pretty well, there is no stuttering at all, then leave it as it is, if you like that animation and, interface effects. I don't like all of them, so I turn them off. Now, if you're using Windows 10, you probably have a lot of services that does nothing to you in your everyday life. They doesn't help you at all, but they suck up your resources. So if you need that extra resources for your game, you can turn them off. I recommend you to use this program. It's free, it's updated constantly, and every function there is a little, note about what it does. And it improves your privacy, which is, nice. And if you're using an older Windows version, like Windows 7 or Windows XP, God knows why, you can unpark your CPU. It may give you a lot of FPS increase, or none. It simply depends on, luck, hardware, I don't know. So try it out, you can undo all of this, so don't worry about that. Here is the program for doing this. It's simple, it's safe, it's free, so use it. Now, that's not an ad, because who the fuck want to buy an ad from me? Just a little shout out to program that I use for years now. Process Lasso or Lasso. This program does a lot to your PC to improve its performance. It has a lot of handy functions, and it really does better work than Windows when it comes to process management. It's not free though, so if you broke, you can, get a extended trial on dark websites, but I don't recommend it. So yeah, just try this program out, it's really amazing. And now about your video driver settings. I can tell you only about NVIDIA settings because, you know, I have NVIDIA. And here, these are the most important settings. You want this on 1, and this prefer maximum performance, because optimal power is by default, and that's bad. That's bad. That's decreasing your FPS like a lot. So yeah, prefer maximum performance 1, and all of that. Just, you know, decide yourself. So that's all for today, and if this video helped you, then leave a like and subscribe because there will be a lot more videos. Goodbye!